Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. So there has been another 3.13 EVOCATI patch, plus we have an update finally on Theatres of War. These videos are made possible thanks to my very generous patrons and channel members. A big thank you to Vitmalot for rejoining as a channel member. Thank you so much for the support. So before we get to the latest patch notes for 3.13c, we finally have some information on Theatres of War. Now, I will say straight away, Theatres of War is not releasing with 3.13. It is still being tested and developed. However, further closed community testing is scheduled to begin again this weekend. And by closed community testing, this means EVOCATI still. So the new information comes from a post from a team called Firesprite, who we did hear about a while ago that they are now working and collaborating with CIG. We just didn't know to what capacity. We won't delve into who they are as this collab is old news, but we did hear that they are now teaming with CIG to create Theatres of War. Now it turns out this collab begun back in 2019, and since then CIG and Firesprite have been working together, designing and building the Theatres of War game mode. Sean Tracy mentions, thanks to the talented team at Firesprite, we've managed to work closely together to bring significant improvements to Star Citizen's Theatres of War mode, and as a result benefit the key aspects of Star Citizen's PU and Squadron 42. So although we don't know when it's scheduled to release, it does say, and I quote, "Further online closed community tests are scheduled to begin this coming weekend, with more playtests to come throughout the mode's development." End quote. So we won't delve too much into what the collab means for Theatres of War and what to expect from it, as right now there is no more information as to what to expect. So we will wait for more official word before I begin speculating on things. But if I do remember correctly, I think Sean Tracy mentioned a little while ago that they plan to make Theatres of War feel more like Star Citizen rather than its own arcadey combined arms shooter. And it could be that they've brought Firesprite on board so that as little attention is taken away from the PU and Squadron, but we don't know. So we'll have to wait for a full official word from CIG regarding this, but as soon as I do hear more, I will let you know. Personally, I am very excited to see what can be achieved since the last EVO playtest for Theatres of War, and obviously how Firesprite can help. But that was all that was really said. It was just a sort of an announcement saying that they're proud to be working together. But for me, the biggest takeaway is that they're going to do some more testing this weekend, and then hopefully throughout this year, begin rolling out to bigger audiences so that the rest of us can actually get our hands on. Anyway, let's move on to the 3.13c patch notes. So it looks like the testing focus remains the same, and the patch still doesn't contain all of the intended features yet, but for feature updates and locations, they have added additional caves on Aberdeen, and I really wish I knew how many caves there will be. It does sound like there's going to be quite a few more, which will be great for exploring and cave diving. So there are 6 bug fixes, but they all relate to 3.13, so I won't go through them. But one of the important ones are that they have fixed an issue causing players to receive 50k errors when connecting, which is wonderful news. There has also been 9 client crash fixes, 3 server crash fixes, and a main deadlock fixed. There are still 10 known issues, again all of them relating to 3.13, so I won't list them all, but one known issue is that players are unable to sell from the personal inventory using the Pembroke armor. Now I don't know if this was an original one from 3.12 or if this is new for 3.13, but that is on their radar and they will be trying to get it resolved. So there you have it, that is the latest information regarding 3.13's progress and Theatres of War updates. I am very excited to see Theatres coming along, and I can't wait to see how it feels now compared to the last EVOCATI test. Hopefully we will get more official word from CIG regarding this development, as they have been keeping it pretty much under wraps for some reason. I would prefer them to be a bit more open about it, but that's just me. Every day we get closer to a 3.13 release, and I cannot wait to get playing. So as usual, if you want to keep up with Star Citizen's ongoing development, its news, and the leaks, do consider hitting subscribe and helping the channel to grow. And if you want to be notified when my videos go live, be sure to tick that notification bell. If you could do the channel a big favour and hit that thumbs up, I would appreciate it, and we will be talking more about this and Theatres of War over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. You are all more than welcome. Again, thank you to my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.